Hello guys, my voice, oh my god, I can't believe my voice. I've been shouting a lot. We're from Tigerland, the fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather we will see us with a grin, risking head and shin. We're from the ground, but never mind, we'll fight and win, oh we're from Tigerland. Hear the final silence gone. We're strong and bold, we're strong and we're bold. From Tiger, yellow and black. From Tigerland. Right, so now my voice is okay. I guess I've been shouting. I've been singing that song a little bit today. This could be a long video. I don't know if it's short or long, but basically today was just an amazing day. Today must be the 30th of September, 2017. Say I've been following the Tigers for a long time, since I was a little kid, since I was like probably 3 years old, I'm gonna guess. Like my big brother came home one day, and I was actually, when I was a kid, I don't know why, but I liked the Swans. Like they appealed to me, and my brother's like, no, no, go for Richmond. And then so, okay, I'll go for Richmond. And so ever since then, I've been going for Richmond. And ever since then, which was like, let's say 1982 or 1983, maybe 1983, they've been like not winning. And then when I was like in primary school, they were like really low, like wooden spooners, or yeah, pretty low. And then if they ever went up, they were up to like the middle. But they didn't really make the top 8 very often at all, which is almost rarely, really rarely. And so that's why it was so really weird this year when they made the top 8 again. Well, not weird, but like just surreal. Like, I'm not used to them being in the top 8. Like, I'm not used to them being in the finals series. So this year it was really cool. I went to a pub, precinct hotel in Richmond, to watch the match, and they won. They won their qualifying, is it called? Qualifying straight into the finals. Blah blah blah. I think I already did a video about that, so let's just skip to what today was. I don't know. So basically, they won 2 really awesome matches. Like, this team, I love this team. They're so good, as in they just fight. They're so they don't give in, and then they amazing. So this could take ages. So basically, the cool thing about this day was stuff happened that, like, if someone said to me like today was a dream, I would be like, oh, I guess I should have known it was a dream. Because basically, let's say there's the AFL Grand Final between the Richmond Tigers and the Adelaide Crows, and Richmond Tigers have not won a finals game, like, in the top 8 when they start playing off. They haven't won one for like, I'm going to say 16 years or something like that. I don't know exactly how long. And they haven't been in the actual grand final since 1982, which is like 35 years ago. And it's been a long time. Anyways, so I was just happy that they were in the finals. So I went to support them, and then they won that game. I was like, yes, so cool. So then they were in the preliminary finals. So I went to see that. And then they won that as well. It was so good. And then, so they were in the grand final, and I was like, they were in the grand final, which I did not expect. And so on Friday was like the AFL public holiday that they have on the Friday before the grand final, and I never really thought of going to that parade day, and I guess it's because my team was never in the finals. I think it's more fun because it's a parade for the 2 teams who are in the finals. So if your team's not in it, I don't know, I guess it's not as interesting, which makes sense. So I never went, but this year I went. I had such a good time. Like, I had such a good time. The whole video in itself of the good day I had, just chatting to the people near me, supporting Richmond. It was so cool. I had the best day. But anyways, talking about today, my friend Susie is a massive fan of the Killers, and they were singing at the pre-game show of the AFL Grand Final, and she's in the fan club of them, and so she put her name down, and then for this thing, and then they chose her and other people to be on the field as the Killers were singing their pre-game show, which is amazing. Like, so cool. And when she told me that she won tickets to do that, and I was like, oh, so happy for you, like your first time to MCG. And So she won 2 tickets, but then later on they told her that she had 4 tickets, and she's like, because she knew I really love Richmond, and she goes, if I really do get 4 tickets, do you want to come on the day? And I was like, yes, of course. Why wouldn't I go? I was like, hell yeah, I'll go. Oh, it's like, and then after, I didn't want to get my hopes up. Like, I didn't tell anybody that she was going to do that. Or actually, I did actually tell some people that I might be able to do it. But I didn't tell too many people because otherwise, but then when she messaged me on, I think, Wednesday that she got 4 tickets and that I'll be going with her on, I really didn't know what to expect. But I swear, for 1 hour or so, my brain was like, just like, what is life? Like, what is going on here? Like, how the heck did this happen? Like, how am I going on the oval, the MCG oval, on like, just to be in the AFL Grand Final oval of any year is such an honour. But in the year that the Richmond Tigers that I support are in the finals after 35 years, what the hell? I couldn't get over it. I swear I couldn't get over it. And so today, it was Susie, Nate, and Susie's friend Rhiannon, and I, 4 of us, we got to go in, and it was amazing. I don't know, I could talk for too long talking about it, but, like, I swear, like, when we got to the part where, you know, going into the MCG, you can just see the edge of the crowd and stuff. I don't know where the best photo is. Maybe like that. Oh. Trying to find a good one. Can't really see it. Oh, sorry. Anyways, that's us waiting to go in. And like, I don't know, it's just so open, that arena. It's crazy. And I can still remember what it's like to walk in there, and it's cool that I got to experience being on the field of a grand final and not having to be a player. Like, I did have to do heaps of work to be played, and I got to kind of get a taste of what it's like. It was the best feeling ever. So good. What am I going to say? So it was fun. And then, so we were on the field. I'll show you some photos. I touched the ground, like, I can't believe I'm on the field here. And then the killers came out. This is really bad. I'm just all over the place. So here's me touching the ground. Yes. It's me, selfie. Yeah, so I saw the face painting in the morning, and I was like, yeah, I want to do it. And then, so I think all of us did it. And because you can pick what you want, and I decided to pick the number 12. Is it this side? This side. 12, for Matthew Richardson. He doesn't play at the moment, but he used to be a Richmond player, and I like him. So that's Richo. Anyways, so it was really good. The gig was awesome. Like, I don't know, we were really close to where the killers were. Like, not too far back, like maybe 5 meters? I don't know how far, no. And they sang all these really good songs, so they had 16 minutes to be on. And everything was timed really precisely for the grand final. It was amazing. And everything went really smoothly. It was so much fun. And I had 2 friends who were actually in the audience. There was Danielle from work and Cassie. And I was like messaging them and waving to the air and stuff. And then they're telling me, oh, it was so cool. It was so much fun. So we went off, and then there was the match, the actual AFL grand final match. And so I watched it. We watched it on the screen outside. And it was so nerve-wracking, like, as soon as it started, like, I'll tell you now, like, people may forget it later on, but this year Adelaide was really strong. They were the top team of the league, and they were beating everyone really by a lot. And everybody was, not the Richmond fans were saying, go Tigers, right? But everybody else, most of the other people were like, I think Adelaide's going to win, but I want Richmond to win, or something like that. They just didn't think Richmond could beat Adelaide, that they were too strong. And as soon as the game started, Adelaide kicked like 2 goals straight away. Like, they just seemed to be dominating. But the good thing about the Tigers was they just didn't buckle. Like, that's what I really admire about this team. They were so, and I've seen it in each of the 3 games. Like, in each of the 3 games, like I've watched in the the finals, like it'd be close, but then in the third quarter or something, they would just kind of like break away and just finish off the team. Like it was just so good to see. Like amazing. Like I'm really proud of this team. I really admire them. They're so good, and they provided me with a memory that I will never forget. Like this 2017 Premiership. So it's like really cool because once in my life, yeah. So basically, you can look up the match later on, but basically at the start, Adelaide was like ahead. Tigers was just catching up each time, and then something happened. Like eventually, the momentum changed, and like the Tigers suddenly kicked like 6 goals in a row or something like that, and they just kept it going, and then they didn't let up, and Adelaide just kind of just were like, it was like a boxing match where like the guy just gets pummeled so bad, like he doesn't even know what's going on. It was like that, so it was awesome. But because I've seen a lot of sports, I didn't want to actually celebrate until the actual siren had finished, because I don't know, in sports I've seen it where things can turn around really quickly. So I didn't want to let myself get too excited, but near the last few minutes on the TV, they were like, the commentators were starting to say, oh, you know, Richmond, it's gonna happen, and I can't believe it. It was so cool. And then it happened, and like I couldn't get over it. Like a lot of me is like, I still can't. It hasn't sunk in that they've won. Like it's just really, because having spent most of all my life just they're not winning, and now suddenly they're the premiers. It's like really hard to fit it into my brain that that happened. But I love that it happened. I'm so happy. And then so that happened. I went to get a poster at the MCG straight away. So I bought that, and then we went into the stadium afterwards, and the Killers did like an after party kind of thing. So it went for, I don't know, about, let's just say 45 minutes or something like that. It was really fun, and I swear, dance. Firstly, they're such a good band, and their music's really good, and but dancing to it was so easy because I was like, Richmond just won the premiership, so I was like, had so much energy to dance. It was so good. And then after the Killers, when they sang Mr. Brightside for their final song, Jack Rewalt, who was on Richmond, he was singing with them. I don't know if I can find the video. Let's just take my word for it. I might have a photo of it. Oh, it's gonna be too hard. It's really hard. Just take my word for it, he was on it. If you can look on YouTube, like, I was like, that's so cool. Like, he just won the premiership, and then he gets to be a rock star with the Killers and sing Mr. Brightside. What a day he's having. Anyways, it was awesome. The team is awesome. I love it. I will never forget this day. Thank you, Susie Northmore, for inviting me to go onto the Oval on the same day that my Richmond Tigers won the premiership after 35 years. Oh, another really cool thing. Susie and Nate went home, and then Tim and I, we went to Richmond just to check things out, and it was so cool. Like, it was packed. I just wanted to soak in the atmosphere a little bit. It was like something else. Like, this whole suburb was celebrating. Like, everyone from the MCG was just pouring in. Like, I've got some photos. It was so cool. The vibe was like crazy. Like, nothing you've ever seen. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good photo. I don't know if you can even see it. There's a lot of people. Like, the road is full, and it was. Then we went to Benny's Burgers, which is like Shannon Bennett's new burger place. So we tried that out, and while we're eating inside, there was like this massive cheer outside. Like, we're going, what's going on? So we looked at the crowd, and someone was walking through the crowd, and it was Mick Malloy, who's like a comedian, Australian comedian that I love. He used to be on the D Generation, and also a radio program called Martin Malloy, which I listened to a lot. It was a long time ago. And he's a big Richmond supporter, so when he walked through, everyone was like, oh my god. He's like a hero to Richmond supporters. So it was really cool seeing him. I don't know if I got a photo of it. I could have sworn I got one shot. Can you see that? He's there, right there. That's Mick Malloy, and everyone's like, ah. It was so cool. He's like a celebrity. Anyways, I don't. Oh, another thing I want to say on the train ride home. It's funny. I was like after that burger, and I was like, okay, I've celebrated. I'm gonna go home now, just chill. And so I caught the train home, and on the train, everyone was kind of tired, but there was one woman. I love her. She basically said, "Guys," she turned to us, and she's like, "Guys, we just won the grand final. What are we doing? We should sing the song." And she tried firstly, and then it didn't die. She tried to sing it, and it didn't go off. But then she tried again, and then it went off. All of the Tigers fan around, we all sang the song, and it was like, yes, it felt really good. It really gave us an energy burst. Or I don't know if it gave us an energy burst, but maybe that song just gets you going. Like you can just, it gives you energy, or I don't know what it is. Like even if you're tired, you can just get into that song. And so that really was the nice final highlight for the night for me. Oh, not really, because when I got home, because my phone was dying, because I didn't bring any batteries for the phone, like chargers, because I didn't bring a backpack because we were going on the MCG. And so I got home and I got some messages from Emily. She told me that in the pop-up glow, one of the actors is a massive Richmond fan, but he couldn't go to the game because he was in the show, but he wore his Richmond scarf at the curtain call. He was so happy. And it was just awesome. I've got a lot of good memories from that day, this day, and yet, like, it just hasn't sunk in. Like, it's just, I don't know, but it makes me happy when I think about it, and I can just close my eyes and just remember being on the MCG Oval, and also watching the Richmond, first of all, getting, like, bullied, not bullied, but, like, they were looking really, like, Adelaide just came out firing, and then they turned it around. So proud of them. And especially, they really were the underdogs. That's what I mean, like, nobody, like, people who weren't Richmond fans, like, just didn't think they could do it. So I'm so proud of them. And I'm really happy. I really soaked in this week, this whole week. It just enjoyed it, like, because, you know, who knows how, it's like, what I was thinking, like, who knows when you're going to be in the grand final again. You just don't know with the AFL. You can wait a long time. So I think that's all I really want to say. Go Tigers. Yes.